Hey, Miss Josephine. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Tuesdays with Tiff and Tay. Welcome, darling. Do, do. I didn't get a chance to see if anybody else was live because I'm good. I'm doing good. How about yourself? I'm doing excellent, sweetheart. I'm doing excellent. Mm. I'm cooking. Just left from visiting my grandma. She's doing well. Thank God. I'm doing well. Thank God. I know. I was in her chat. And normally I do not like going live when my other sisters are live. But I had canceled Tiff and Tay Tuesday last week because Sweet Mom went live with the takeover, and Tay covers that story as well, and I knew she wanted to be there and I also wanted to be there. So last Tuesday I canceled this live, so I did not want to miss too many Tuesdays because I'm trying to get this thing going. You know what I mean? But shout out to Open Book. I was over there in the bushes as long as I could while I was driving, and then I had to get home and get dinner started for the family because y'all know my nephew and his girlfriend is here for a little while. And hey Albert, hey Aries baby, hey Mikey, welcome in y'all, welcome in. So yeah, I didn't want to cancel it again. Um So yeah, and for those that aren't aware, today we're gonna be doing kind of like a two-part situation um to this particular live. One is going to be we are going to cover a little bit of some Queen of Kings situation, but then the other half of our show is going to be more interactive with who's ever here. So yes. And y'all, I'm going to start scheduling my lives because I know it's very hard for people to just randomly check to see if you live. And so I'm going to be scheduling my lives a lot more and stuff. Um and I do thank y'all for being here, while I'm waiting on Tay, I do want to say hey Miss Mabel, welcome in, beautiful. Welcome in. While we wait for Tay, I do want to, re-say to my family, break room family, that well, I think I'm finally cleared to go live in Club 411. So that is what we will be doing tomorrow. I will be in Club 411. Y'all, I'm super excited about it because I'll be honest with you. Um, I am not crazy. Like this channel is truly built off of the LaTruth saga or whatever. And even though people support many other things, this will always be the LaTruth saga. It's very hard to get out of, so I'm just building other channels to get myself out of it because I may never be able to climb this one out of it the way I would like to, um because I really don't stay on things too long because I don't want to get trapped in no particular storyline or algorithm. But this channel, I just take it for what it is. But my other ones, I outside of you guys, like I'm really not doing too much. You know what I'm saying? I want a different vibe. I want a different vibe. Hey Raw Truth, love you. So I'm really proud of the 411, but the 411, it's hard to, you know, it's just it's harder because the people you started with are still very much interested in some things that you are not interested in anymore. So, you got to take the bitter with the sweet. And so I'm enjoying building other projects, building other projects. Because one thing I'm not doing is getting back into no La Truth and Brianna stuff. So, da, da. Let's see. But thank y'all for pulling up. I'm just waiting on Cousin Tay and we'll get the party started. But I really am grateful for those that still pull up and whatever, even if I'm not covering certain things or whatever. But I'm not an idiot that it's hard to break free from it. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to these other pages that will not be starting in this same sector, and we'll be doing something different, and I'm really excited about it, like super excited. Yes, oh yes, oh yes. um and while we're waiting, one thing, well, technically, though this was pre-planned by me and Tay, I know that a lot of people are also now covering Queens of Kings. And when a lot of people get to covering something, like I don't want to get again stuck in a whole new algorithm that's similar to this one. So I'm kind of covering it differently and sporadically. I'm not showing anything anymore. And I do want to say, shout out to Tosh Mob, because I know that her channel was taken from Rose, aka the Queen of Kings. And y'all, some of these people, they so low on the totem pole of celebrity that little channels do bother them. And I'm sorry, but none of these hoe ass hoes be worth me losing my channel. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for others, but once I see that people are really insecure when you do content on them and will fuck with your page and stuff, it's like you can't fuck with me giving my opinion. You might can fuck with me if I'm sharing your shit or whatever, but I ain't doing none of that. I can talk my shit, and that's speak my truth and let it be what it's gonna be. But yes, once I seen, now somebody is really having to rebuild their channel after, getting 3,000 subscribers and stuff like that, I think it's just, it don't be worth it to me. It don't be worth it. Let's see. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started because I'm already late and we about 18 minutes past 8, and I don't want to hold you guys long. But I will go ahead and get started, and I just jump Tay in because I don't want to hold y'all in case something came up on her end and she can't make it. I don't want to hold y'all up too long. So I'm gonna go ahead and slightly get started in it just with some of my opinions on it real quick. But I'm sure y'all have heard about the Tasha K and Rose situation. I think Open Book is over there doing something on it. Well, not think, I know she is right now. So if you are over there, then you should be fairly caught up. One of the things that I wanted to just point out is I can't believe this girl said she didn't know Tasha K. That kind of blew my mind. Not saying everyone and their mama gotta know Tasha K, but I find it funny that you just said you don't know Tasha K, but you just 2 or 3 days later end up, or a week later end up on Tasha K's show. I think that was highly interesting. Also, I think Rose was full of shit about not knowing Tasha K, because if you surely had a certain personality with you on the Tasha K show, to me, it seemed like she kind of prepared herself for, the kind of way Tasha K moves. She was kind of making sure her mouth was just as smart as Tasha K's and Chow. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is interesting. Shout out to Tasha K though. I think she did a great job interviewing Rose. I truly, truly do. I truly, truly do. But and Tasha K did a great job asking questions of accountability, with Rose, asking questions, like, would you like it if your husband said certain things to you, this, that, and the third. She kind of put her on the spot real, real well. So I think it was quite interesting to say the least. And shout out to Tasha K for making her kind of stand in her truth. Also, about the I think she did too. Hey, Miss J. Hey. I think Tasha K did great. I also think Tasha wasn't too like harsh or erratic with her or whatever. I think she just made a stand up in her truth. Like, why did you say these things about your husband if they aren't true? She asked Rose good questions and Rose got out of character a little bit. I agree. I think Rose was a little more snippy than she needed to be. I truly do. Hey, Mama Three, love you. I think she was a little bit snippy, y'all. Real, real snippy. And she was really snippy. And I think Rose was bothered that Tasha K was pointing out so much. She was pointing out so much. Like, girl, you did say this, girl, you did use colorism. Like, and I'm also a little sick and tired of Rose doing that. Like, she put up a short or a video and it said doing my black son's hair or something. Doing my black son's hair. I don't get why she always has to point out that her sons is black, or whether she's saying doing my white husband's beard, doing my mixed child's. Like, why does she has to keep throwing in colorism? It's very weird to me. Like, you're a blended family, we get it, but you don't have to like point that out and describe. Your sons have names. They have names. You could say I'm doing racist hair, I'm doing Roz's hair, I'm doing Raiden's hair. Why do you have to always say what color they are? Like, that is the weirdest freaking thing to me. All your kids are black. Pretty much, Mama Three. Yes, that entire video was annoying and cringe. Absolutely. Like, don't do that. Like, if anything, your kids are going to have issues due to you. Like, you try to make it seem like that ain't the case, but I wouldn't be surprised if those kids grow up feeling like their mom kind of favored one set over the other. It's really, really weird to me. I would not do that to my children. Like, you have names. I can say I'm doing such and such hair, not freaking my black child's hair, or today I'm doing my mixed child's hair. Like, that is very weird to me. Very, very weird. And I'm just interested to know where all this is going to go, because I think Rose is so dang on entitled, man. She is so entitled, it doesn't make sense. She really walks around like her shit don't stink. Yet she is one of the most insecure people I have met or seen in a long time. Who knows if they end up not loving the skin they're in? Exactly, because mommy is always pointing out separating me and my brothers by our colors. Like, hi, yes, ma'am. Um, it's almost like she's like, um, these are my mixed boys. River and Race, and these are my black boys, Rayton and Ross. Like, girl, that's not how you supposed to move. That's not how you supposed to move. Just call them by their names. Like, stop being a weirdo. Like, for real, stop being a weirdo. That's weird vibes to me. That is totally weird vibes. Let me see here, y'all. I'm multitasking. I'm cooking. I am multitasking. But oops. But yeah, I think if if Rose was if she was really secure with herself, she would have went on Tasha K live with that bald head. She would have got a nice little cut or whatever. But no, you know what's up. You know that that's a big ass platform, and that's why you slapped a wig on your head, girl. That's why you slapped that wig on your head. It is crazy, and I ain't gonna front, but Rose, she be reminding me of people. I ain't even gonna front. She kind of sometimes reminds me of people, but whatever. Let's see. I ain't trying to judge, but didn't Brett find her on a post somewhere? Hey, poor Smith. Exactly. Yes, Brett found her on a post somewhere. I don't even understand why she's so cocky with it though. Rose has a superiority complex and feels what she does is better and it's owed to her. She thinks her looks are everything and it's not. For me, it's who the person is. Absolutely, Miss J. Absolutely. I couldn't have said that better myself. Mama 3 said she worked at a topless club, child. And to be quite honest, like, nah, I ain't gonna say that next line, but she likes to troll, but doesn't like to be trolled. Mama 3, you hit that on the head, baby. She likes to troll, but doesn't like to be trolled. No, she doesn't. And if she minds the content that pays her, she wouldn't have to worry about it. This is what we get paid to do. You know what I'm saying? We get paid to cover whatever we want to cover. Like she gets paid to showcase her life. You know? I don't get why people don't get that. It's no, it's not, you know what I'm saying? You got to make it make sense. You can't come on here as a freaking life blogger or a content creator of your own life, but then get mad at what people decide to do content on about your life. There ain't no damn rules that say people have to only say good things about you. There ain't no rules. Period. There ain't no rules. You know? You enter this game at your own damn risk. Let me see. Take that off the heat. You enter this game at your own risk, period. Let's see. But I honestly don't think she loved the skin she's in. I really, really don't. I think she's a liar. She said, if I could be darker, I would. I don't believe that. I believe if you could be whiter, you would. And ain't nothing wrong with, being light or white or whatever. But girl, you don't love the skin you in. You don't love your black nose. Or else you wouldn't be talking about getting a damn nose job. Sorry, y'all. My phone was ringing. She says her and Brett don't care yet. You're on recordings posted now of you doing exactly what you're trying to stone others for. Exactly. I mean, Rose has recordings of her clarification. Got you. Got you. Yes, auntie. Rose is something else. I think she's a little narky, self entitled. Like, I just don't like who she has become since tearing her husband down. I just don't. I just don't. Thank you, Aries. Y'all, please hit that like button for your girl. Y'all already know if anybody wants to bless this channel, you already know the many ways that you can. Um, let me see. Let me put up what Rose and Brett is, cause hunty, Rose and Brett are goofies, and to me, I hate to say this, but I hate to say this. Now I know she was capping on a lot of stuff, But I do feel like that he ain't the strong, masculated man. Like you might be big, you might have muscles, but Brett kind of seems like a pushover to me. Like she could just do whatever, say whatever, and he go along to get along. I think he go along to get along. Cause I be damned if you sit here and drag me and whatever. Like it's just not gonna happen. Like I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen. Brett nicer than I would be, honey. But the way Brett reacts tells us a lot that she was capping in the first damn place. But I do know one thing: I ain't about to sit here and play with Rose, cause she fuck around with my channel. She gonna fuck around and find out. For real, she gonna have to fuck around and find out. Ooh. Light my blunt real quick, y'all. She gonna fuck around and find out. Now I got a question for anybody that's in here. I'm switching lanes just for real quick. Cause me and Tate did have some questions that we were gonna be asking everybody or whatever. Hey Amelia, love you, miss you. I got a question. Have anybody in this chat, male or female, ever been botched on a haircut or a hairdo or a haircut? Has anybody in here ever been botched by a haircut or a hairdo? I don't want to go too far with the interview without Tay up here, so I'm gonna pause on there and ask: has anybody ever been botched on a haircut or a hairdo? Let me know. Let me know. Hey, here with Tree. Hope you doing well, gorgeous. I love you. Has anybody ever been botched on a haircut or a hairdo? Let me know. My mom cut my bangs too short when I was a kid. I think everybody that had jacked up bangs before. Tell y'all, when I was I think about 18 or 17. No, I had to be younger than that. I was actually probably about 16. And my crush, my mom and dad was good friends with the parents of my crush. And so my crush was always, around and this, that, and the third. My parents really liked my crush or whatever, and this, that, and the third. We were neighbors, blah, blah, blah. So y'all, this was back when not when weave first came out, but when it was kind of popularized. You know what I mean? Once it got kind of mainstream and wasn't just for celebrities and models and stuff. But so I had never had weave in my head before, right? At this point. And I wanted to try a glue in because this was actually before sew-ins was really highly modernized. You know what I'm saying? But so this was when everybody was getting the glue ins and stuff. And child, I went and got me some weave, honey, and took it to the hair salon to get glued in, right? And so I wanted the weave to just kind of hang freely. I didn't want like it to be super curly or nothing like that. Child went to the beauty salon, got the weave put in, and got ready to leave. My parents came to pick me up, and my crush was in the car. My crush had rode with my parents to pick me up from the hair salon, y'all. And when I got in the car, I turned my head and looked at my crush thinking I was cute, y'all, thinking I was cute. And my crush was like, girl, why you let them do your hair like Elvira? I said, not motherfucking Elvira now, honey, not Elvira. And yes, and I felt like, oh my gosh, that sucked. I don't even think I continued. He continued being my crush because I'm like, no, you did just call me Elvira, hunty. And hunty, I thought I came out the salon looking all crude, y'all. Child, what? And my little lip gloss popping, sashaying, throwing my damn hair back over my shoulder like I was a little white girl or something, child. And he looked at me, honey, like, what in the fuck did you let them do to you? And I was so embarrassed. I felt very uncute after that. I was ready to get that damn shit taken out my hand. Like, oh my God, my crush done called me Elvira, y'all. Mm-mm. He didn't even try to lie, Craig. He didn't even try to lie. I'm like, oh my God, that is so fucked up. Like, boo, I did this for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to look all cute and shit for you. My mom friend put a perm in my hair and messed it up. I have naturally curly hair, and my mom was pissed. Wow. That happened to my sister, and it changed her curl pattern for years, years, years. It finally came back, years later, but yeah, them child by let the wrong person put a perm in your head as a first timer child by I'm in bed and can't see you laughing my ass off. I'm done. But yeah, child, my crush called me Elvira. I was done, hunty. I was done. Baby, done. Okay, I got another question. Hold up, let me get to it. I'm telling you, hunty, I will never forget that. And I am 40 years old. That was probably y'all 20, probably 23, 24 years ago. I will never forget it. I said, okay, I got your motherfucking Elvira, nigga. Let me see. Okay, this is another question I have for those of y'all present. Okay. Okay. If if you could only subscribe to one YouTube channel for the rest of your life, which would you choose? For me, it would be a lady called Fumi Desilu Vold. That's who channel I would pick to stay on for the rest of my life if I could only subscribe. Who is y'all's? If you could only subscribe to one YouTube channel for the rest of your life, which would you choose? Let me know in the chat. That's the fuck I'm talking about. That's what the hell I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's true G shit right there. Amelia Anderson for the win. You feel me? I'm just go ahead and throw you the win for that question. You feel me? Period. That answer did not disappoint. Have any of y'all ever seen a ghost? Have any of y'all ever seen a ghost? I have not. Have anybody ever seen a ghost? And if so, where was you? I'm hoping nobody says yes. I'm hoping don't nobody say yes. And actually, I won't front. If Sweet Ma was doing lives regular like she used to, I would choose her as the person I would be subscribed to for the rest of my life. I found her that entertaining throughout knowing her. You know, black folks don't mess around with ghosts. I'm done for horseman. Oh my God, still no one answered the first. No. Mm-mm. No one answered the first. Haven't seen, but weird things used to happen at my father's house at night. I would choose Tasha K. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. That ain't a bad one to choose. That ain't a bad one to choose because you would want to choose somebody super entertaining. Like if this is gonna be your only shot, you gotta choose somebody really entertaining. Hey Esco, we got brother Esco in the building. Brother Esco, have you ever seen a ghost? Hey, brother Esco, we just kicking it. I'm just over here asking random questions. I ain't been here too long, about a hot 30 minutes. My sister open book, I think, is live too. The Holy Ghost. Ah, I like that. I like that, brother Esco. I like that answer right there. Brother Esco said the Holy Ghost. Oh, by the way, brother Esco, I enjoyed your live. Your live was great. Sunday. It was really good. I've heard pans rattling and heard footsteps. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hello? Sorry, y'all. I had to take a phone call. Maybe Lovely T, she keeps up with news and entertainment. Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. Cool. All right, my next question is what's the strangest thing y'all ever seen in somebody else's house? Mine would be a sexual apparatus. However, it ain't that it's strange. I would more so call it uncommon. So I'll say, what is the most strangest or uncommon thing y'all ever seen in somebody else's house? I think it was like a sex swing or something. Something like that. Mm. Oh my God, hold up, wait. I almost choked. Ah, someone's mother topless in bed. Oh Lord. Well, that is very uncommon. I don't think I ever walked into something like that before. I don't think I ever walked into something like that before. My friend and his wife has a 50 Shades of Grey room in his attic. Wow. Wow. Child. Not a 50 Shades of Grey room. Well, that beats my sex swing or sex swinging apparatus. Trying to think what else I've seen. And she was there like nothing. Ah, like it wasn't nothing. Mama 3. Wow. That is crazy. Yeah, Mama 3 said that's cool. I'm done. You said the sex room is cool. Ain't nothing wrong with it if you're into what you're into, you know? You know? Okay. I think cause let me check my messages because I think cousin Tay something must have came up for her. But shout out to cousin Latay. Let me see. Okay. What is the funniest way y'all can think of to answer this question? How's it going? What's the funniest way you can answer that question? I'm a oh, what's for dinner? I'm making smothered chicken, rice and gravy, and corn. Yes, 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 yes. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to check my messages. I don't think there's no real funny way to answer how's it going. Maybe it is. I'd be like, it's fucking going, man. The fuck? Let me see here. I'm gonna check my messages and see if she's running late or something came up. Cause I was trying not to do too much on here without her, so I'm just kind of trying to kick it a little bit. Oh, she did message me around 8. She messaged me around 8. Okay. Anywho, I don't know if she'll get that message in time, but perhaps cousin Tay will be here. Thank you, Aries. But on another note, until we see, you know what I mean? What's going on with y'all? What's new? What's the tea? What's the moves? What is the tea, hunty? What is the tea? Mm, that rice is so damn good. Um, while I wait, I did want to tell this little story. I don't think Brother Esco is still in here, but He did a show Sunday, which was basically about listening more, speaking less, or whatever. And he was talking about how you become more aware. We all know if you listen more, you learn more. If you're always speaking, okay, because I ain't want to be talking about your show all behind your back. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to say this because it comes with a slight story that I thought of when Brother Esco said this. He was like, he said, he was talking about how you can, if you listen more, you learn more, and you also become, way more aware of things and stuff than you normally are. Because if you're always talking, that you can't hear a perspective, you can't listen to understand if you're always talking, and things of that nature. And how people that listen well is much more aware of their surroundings and stuff like that, which I completely agree on. Let me tell y'all what this made me think of. It's a true story actually. Luckily, everybody, all was well that ended well, but it did remind me of this. Even though they were able to get away, when he was talking about how you can become more aware of things when you listen, more than you talk, because you miss things when you're not paying attention. You miss a lot, right? The first thing I thought about was years ago, with these two girls. They were, I only know this story very well, due to the fact that I know one of them well, or whatever. Not well, but of them, whatever. You know what I mean. Well, it was two girls that had met these guys coming out of the club. This was not in my hometown or nothing like that, but this had happened when they were vacationing somewhere. And so they were coming out of the club, and I'm headed to work. Tiff, love you, Amelia. Thank you for stopping by, gorgeous. They were coming out of the club and met these guys or whatever. The guys wanted to hang, this, that, and the third. And the girls was like really tipsy, had been drinking all night, partying, having a good time, blah, 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 blah. Well, um, the guys, told the girls to ride with them, and they were gonna go get something to eat, do this, do that, whatever. And so the girls like, cool, we've been drinking all night, we hungry, let's go, we'll ride or whatever. Well, because the girls, they get in the car with the guys, right? And because they were so tipsy and cackling, like when you young, because like I said, this was years ago. But when you young and having fun, and you like being goofy and whatever the case may be. They were drunk, they were in the back seat, kind of giggly and talking and just being all over the place. And the whole entire time, the guys was up front, knowing that the two girls was distracted with each other and being drunk. The whole time, the guys was up front, pretty much planning their assault. Okay. They were planning what they were going to, do with these girls, not to unalive them or anything, but basically, like, they was gonna take them somewhere, and if they weren't willing, they better get willing, basically. So the whole time they were up here talking about what they were getting ready to do and their plan, and the girls had no idea because they were in the back, not paying attention, laughing, cackling, and all that good stuff. And that's a story I thought about when Brother Esco was speaking about that, and about listening and being aware. And I thought of that because I'm like, wow, these girls now were 2 seconds, it something happened where it didn't go down. But had it did go down, it would have been all because, like, first of all, don't be riding around with strangers, but second of all, they were too busy laughing and joking with each other instead of paying attention, like talking with these strangers that they got in the car with, getting to know them a little bit on a ride or whatever. They were just kicking it with each other and missed the entire conversation that was leading to their future assault. And that's something I thought about, that was like, what in the world? cousin Latay is in the building. That's so funny, Tay, because I was surely about to wrap this thing up and go eat some dinner. I thought you had got held up, baby. I just looked down and sent you in the chat. But yeah, y'all, I thought it was so weird, like that. He had talked about that, and that came to my mind, like, wow, paying attention is very important in life. It is very important because you never know when somebody planning something on you. You never know, hunty, running up on you, anything. Let me see. Yes. And it's things like that that I just think about, like, wow, how much we put ourselves in danger, not paying attention, even going into new places, visiting places, vacationing. A lot of times people so busy having fun, they don't pay attention, you know what I'm saying, to what's going on around them, end up getting robbed, end up, you know, getting hurt or anything because you're not paying attention to what's going on around you. You know what I mean? It's really crazy. Vibes, like vibe check. You feel me? Like, hunty, when you go out with people or whatever, you have to do your homework. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your homework and pay attention because you hunty. Hey,
Hey
cousin,
everybody. Hey
how are
honey. I
you
don't know whether it's
doing?
the rain. I don't know whether it's the rain. I had hit you on Instagram trying to get in. I could not get on for nothing.
Oh, you doing okay today?
Listen, I'm alive. I ain't got no complaints. Not a
How?
one. Hey
That's what I'm
everybody
talking
in the
about.
chat.
That's what I'm talking about.
How are
Um,
you doing?
I am doing Sister Open Book House. She is currently live, kind of about the same thing I was over here talking about.
Okay.
And I hate going live when people that I rock with go live, but
Same.
we canceled last week due to the Sweet Moss situation. And so I didn't want, I'm trying to kind of get the crowd used to seeing us pop up on these Tuesdays. So I said, well, I ain't gonna cancel this week and come
Absolutely.
on up here,
Absolutely, because
and
I had my bells ready, honey. I had my bells ready. What I should have did was text you possibly, so you could have just sent me the link through the text messages versus me trying to get through the online that
all
way.
right, right. Yeah, but
It
hey,
just
we here
possibly would
now.
have been easier. Yeah.
We here now, so it's all good. I've been up here asking questions, honey, talking about the interview, just whatever. Um, so basically, I didn't want to get too heavy into the interview part when I was talking about it because I did want to get your perspective on it. On that because that had happened since you and I last planned our live.
Right. Which we talking about the Rose interview, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot within 1 hour and some change. It was a lot of different things going on in that interview right there. Not only with Tasha K, but with Rose as well. But I like the way that Tasha K hit a lot of the needles on the head, the nails on the head, with the questions that she answered, that she asked her, and also not allowing her to gaslight her through the situation of the questioning.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. And I think this is the funny thing. I'm gonna back up 2 seconds and say the first thing I found funny, cousin, was that Rose said she didn't even know who Tasha K was, right? So it was
Lies.
hilarious to me to see her on a Tasha K interview just a week later. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That was the
Like,
thing for me. But I don't know if she think because she went and ordered her some hair that changes the person that she already showed us that she was. Okay, you already showed us the actions of who the person is. You can't put any makeup on to change that. So it don't matter how much hair you order or how much more presentable you try to get back to being. You have already showed us the image that we seen, and it can't
come
be
through.
unseen.
Mm. Period. And I wonder, like, okay, you so comfortable with this new you and this bald look you did, which I ain't got nothing wrong with, people cutting their hair off, doing what they do. But you had to know something about this lady that you went and got yourself all spruced up and did up for this interview, child.
Absolutely. On top of the fact is that she's on the internet. Nobody's not going to talk to nobody that's not worth talking to. She did her research, even though she already knew who Tasha K was beforehand. But even if she didn't, as a content creator and at the level that she's on, she's not going to go on any platform with anybody to do an interview that doesn't have a name, so to speak. Tasha K has a
Right.
name. Her platform has a name. If it was just any other person that had a platform and nobody knew who they was, she would not be on there having any type of conversation. She felt like that part in her right there, that was the attention seeking part. Because she felt like, okay, I have my platform, I go on this platform. It be the notoriety for these people. It don't even have nothing to do with the actual situation that they're on the platform for. Okay, more people get to see me
Right. Right. Exactly. And you heard.
because she tried to get on that woman's stage and make it seem like none of the things that just took place ever took place. Nobody seen what they seen because she was all cleaned up, her image was clean, and it wasn't what she put out there, it was what we was thinking and how we took it.
Right, right. That, I mean, it's crazy. And then something else I noticed was if you don't know this lady, then I don't know if anyone else noticed, but Rose was on the Tasha K show being a little more kind of like, I don't want to call it snippy, snappy. It was
Sassy,
something.
sassy.
Right. If she did know who Tasha K is, did her homework, research, or whatever, and realized
Mm-hmm.
that she wasn't in it with no slow leak. She knew Tasha K was gonna give it up. You know what I'm saying? And I think that for her to claim not to know her or whatever, she kind of prepared herself within her attitude because she was kind of girl,
Mm-hmm.
like it was just a lot of
Tasha.
extra.
Tasha.
Right. It was crazy.
So,
And also,
on
I huh?
no, go ahead.
Oh, and I was just gonna say, Mama Three said, well, Heal with Tree says very insecure. Brother Esco the disciple said, hey table.
Hey, I don't know
Um,
why I can't see the chat for some reason.
I don't know. Mama Three says I was
Okay.
thinking that she just wanted more subscribers. And I
Yeah, it's all
agree.
about the notoriety. And she don't care about anything other than the fact is of people seeing her. She didn't go there to explain herself and what it was that we seen. Because for me, it's all nasty works, cousin. I'ma just be honest. Because how you sitting there and you knocking down a whole race of the same race that you are raising. It starts from at home. If they already feel like they not enough from at home, them going into the world with that mind state, it doesn't take for them to get with a woman or society for them to already feel that way. They're getting that prediction from their mother.
Yep, absolutely. And we had spoke about when she did a short like today or yesterday that said doing my black son's hair. And I was asking the audience, like, why does this lady keep having to throw colors on her sons? We know you have a mixed child. We know you have, I mean, children. We know you have black children. But is that the only way you're ever going to describe them? Like, you couldn't just say, I'm about to do my son Ra's hair or Raiden's hair. Why do you have to say, about to do my black son's hair? Like, it's just weird. She don't know her identity. So don't. Cousin Tay got lost in the algorithm, but she'll be back. And salute to you here with Tree. Let me see. Hair don't make you, I make it. Period here with Tree. Period. Period. Hold on, y'all. I'm waiting for Cousin Tay to get back up here. Mm. Ooh, that's good. That is so good. Hold on, y'all. Tata! Tata! Tata, sleep. Oh. I'm back, y'all. Can y'all hear me in the chat? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Cousin Tay.
You can hear me?
Yes, I have no idea what happened.
Me either. That's what I was saying. It just gave me the foot.
Right, and I'm up here like, where in the world is Cousin Tay, child? And
Right.
then I
Not
seen
on
your.
top of the fact, but I heard the last thing that you said about my black sons here. That was the last thing that I heard. But it's crazy that you touched on that because let's talk about the situation about the little rail or story that she did. Oh, I have a white dad, so of course I wear these type of glasses. I have a white dad, so of course is always the categorizing. You're always right. You're absolutely right. She's either making it about a white thing, far as her white husband, or she's making the kids stand out on the factors of their black kids and the factors of with a white man in the home.
Right, right. Hey, Cindy, welcome in, baby. Welcome in. Right, right, right. And I think that's going to be very weird to look back at when they become adults or whatever. Like, you know,
Absolutely.
I personally think it would be kind of weird to hear my mom always talking about her white kids versus her mixed kids, her versus her white husband. I don't understand why they can't just be people. Why it can't be my husband Brett? Why does that have to be my white husband Brett? Like, we get it. You're married to
And
a
the
white
fact
man.
is, and the fact is that she says that she found him, which means that she was overall out there and didn't try to switch it up. Like, no, well, Tasha K said, "Go, you found him." No, well, when we at the end of the day, that mean that that's what you was actually looking for. You wasn't looking to get into a relationship with a person that loved you with ever or whatever race they was. You was out there looking for a particular race.
Right. Ooh.
She went
Is
looking for the particular race. But what it makes it seems like to me is he gets his thrill fed and she gets her thrill fed, because at the end of the day it's like the old back in the days. He gets to save the black girl in distress, the damsel in distress, to where he feels like the macho white man. You know how that goes. I ain't trying to say too many of the wrong words, but in her case, she gets to cover up her hurt that she dealt with in her own race by making it seem like another one is better.
yes, Tay. Exactly.
And it's
Mm.
disgusting. It's disgusting on both parts, because we're not gonna act like this man. Where's his daughter? Why is his daughter not included in the situation? Even if you don't choose to interact with those people, we don't see her no time a part of the family unit, not even him with her himself.
Right. And she honestly almost seems annoyed whenever somebody brings up the other daughter. And it's crazy that she refers to them as having 5 kids. Well, hold up. 4 kids, 4 kids, and then her would make 5. Okay, so she does say they have 5 kids. But
Hmm.
child, I don't think that if he had the choice to be around that child, she says differently. But I don't really think she would want to be to have a child that's not her own with him in her life. I really don't see that.
Well, when she was going off on that in that video that night, she made it perfectly well known about his daughter and how the situation is, and it didn't seem like it was too good.
Right. And I
It
would like
didn't.
to I wonder how is both of them not getting along. She don't get along with the baby daddy, and he don't get along with his baby mama. Like, what is the story there? I wonder.
It's not that she don't get along with the baby daddy. We got another case of somebody else that we know, and we ain't gonna say no names. Another female that decides to come to the internet to destroy a black man that they cannot control. There's always there's two sides to the story, three sides actually: his side, her side, and the truth. And the only thing that we've heard about this man, if it's going to be up to her, is the fact is of her bashing him. We don't really know the true story of what was or what went on in their relationship. He's just not a social media junkie the way that she is. But he does come out, peek his head out every now and again to defend himself.
Yeah, true, true,
Right
true.
now, we only can go off of what she's telling the media, the world, and everybody else. This man did me bad. He treated me this way, but we've come to learn that that may not always be so true. People don't have
Yeah,
nothing or feel no type of way with going around and destroying people characters these days.
yeah, and I think it's crazy because it makes me kind of pay even that much more attention to stuff because it's sad that a person can literally manipulate whatever your storyline is as a couple. Like, people can just really get upset and manipulate the situation. They can lie, just all kind of shit, and put out anything. Like, the amount of
Absolutely.
people who ran with the stuff she was saying just for her to come back a few days later and say, "Oh, well, I just did this for this," or "I was just trolling the trolls." Like, it's some shit with that.
Exactly. And that's what makes me mad with these, because I'm just going to be honest. I just wrote on my community wall not too long ago. All of these social media couples that everybody puts so much into is falling by the wayside and crashing out. And a lot of females in the situations are coming to the internet and they're the ones that's destroying it. And that goes to show you what you see is only half of what you get, because a real image is going to show itself at some point. At one point, this girl, she was online. The only thing we knew that she did have some biracial kids and a white husband. We didn't know all of the things that lay beneath the surface. Do you understand? But it's
Right.
always when they coming on online and letting us know, oh, this is not this and this is not that. But what about your actual supporters? You say,
Right.
and a lot of people say, oh, they haters, they trolls, or they did that for the people that was saying this. But what about the people that's not saying this? And what about those people that actually are watching you for the family orientated content that's not there for the destruction or the demonic bullcrap?
I'm telling you.
What do you like? So now you done sit there and enforce something on innocent people that don't have no reason for that type of treatment. Because we could have possibly actually thought that you was going through something for you to come back hours later, like, oh, it was nothing. People, if you was being real, you would have came and you would have said, listen, me and my husband is having a disagreement. If you was gonna bring it to the internet, bring it adult like. Oh well, you know what? Let's take in the comments. If you was in this situation, how would you handle it? And bop 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 bop. But when you coming on a platform to verbally destroy somebody, you just have somebody looking at, or everybody looking at them a certain way and making it seem as if now you're a victim in your situation. And that's not the case.
And that's effed up too, because you have all these people looking at that man, and I ain't gonna front. We know, this ain't the first case that this may have come up, at all. I would be lying. I'm just telling you, this it seems like the story is always told, like on these internet streets, so where you get mad at your
Hmm.
spouse, you wit, I'm trying to say this politically correct, I guess, but people get mad at whoever they with, and like Tasha K said, you brought this man up like you're a white savior, you know what I'm saying? And you kind
Hmm.
of threw this man to all the faces of African American men, and pretty
Comfortably.
much you did it as a way to degrade African American brothers, and then you turn
That's just what
around
she did.
and then you normalize them. You turn around after all this raising them up like your savior, like Tasha K said, and then you tear them down and you make it
And
like,
just
okay,
yes.
what's the difference then between what you've been complaining about and what you got?
You going through the same thing with your white man that people go through with their black man. You going through the same thing with your white man that you was going through with your black man. If you saying that you was the one that was having all the plans and you wanted to do this and he didn't, ain't that the same thing that you saying now with a person that just got a different skin color?
Exactly.
Because you wanted to make it seem like, okay, he's a regular suburban farm guy and he's not into this and he's not into that, but you made it seem like you got in a situation with him because you was dating up, not dating down. So that would make people put in a mind state as if like he's some trick, some sugar daddy, he's spending some type of guapo. But for you or for us to find out that you are still spending money in the situation as the primary care provider, what difference does it make?
Period.
What was different?
Period.
Except for
Period.
that you possibly couldn't control the black man that you had the way that you're able to control the white man that you got.
Exactly, cousin. Exactly. I think it's control. You can't
Hey,
do what.
everybody in the chat, I can actually see them. Look at God. I can actually see the messages now. Hey, Mabel. Hey, Aries. And hey, everybody in the chat that was speaking to me. I'm so sorry. Yeah. It's disgusting because you got people that's growing up. If that's a family orientated channel, that means that it's supposed to be available for kids to be able to watch it. So when y'all going through y'all drama and y'all putting these videos up, you got to remember it's not just adults that's watching this stuff.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
family content. You're pushing family content. Even though you may be directing all your shots towards adults, you also got kids picking it up and you put it out there maybe to monopolize on the factors of growing or having a franchise, a family thing. But if it was going to be that type of content, then it should be for the grown people only.
I agree, because a lot of the shit she do and how she speaks is not family or oriented. Like, even if she got, I think a big difference is she think if the family is present in the content, it makes it family oriented content. But
Right.
your kids are there while you kind of doing things. Like, my 9-year-old nephew been in my house for 5 days now. Now, being the aunt of a 9-year-old, when he's in my presence, like, for instance, and in his mother's, like, I don't play with certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we're not for instance, necessarily at a pool, then I'm not going to be wearing pool like items around my house. Like, you know,
Absolutely.
lingerie
Absolutely.
bikinis kind of resemble the same thing. So I'm not going to be sitting here cooking dinner in a bikini like we've seen Rose do. I'm not going to have my legs spread eagle, letting my husband stretch out my legs with the kids sitting right there. I don't care if any
Yoga.
exercising. It's also in how, like, what you have on don't be appropriate for the things that you are doing. So it don't have to even be that the moves you're doing are kind of risque or whatever. But when you mix the certain moves that you do in your exercise and mix with what you wear, mix with all
And
the
grinding it
kissing and
and
hugging each,
gyrating.
you know what I'm saying? Y'all tonguing each other down. I mean, it's crazy.
Let's
It's
talk
crazy.
about the words that come out of her mouth while the kids is right there. Even while she chose to verbally destroy him. That whole video, he had a baby in his arm and the other kids was around. They ears wasn't on mute to what was being said.
At all, Hunty.
She had
At
him so discombobulated he couldn't even focus on fully feeding the baby that bottle. And he wasn't trying to be argumentative with her, especially I don't know what he was doing while the camera was off, but while the camera was on. But then you made it seem like you was almost in fear for your life to some extent, and that's the role that they choose to play all the time. Because you saying, "Oh, I felt like I had to stand in the hallway in front of the camera because he was just upset and doing too much." Like, what message are you trying to put out there? Like, what was actually going on before the camera came on? Because now that the camera is on, we see you being the aggressive one, but not taking the time to realize that your kids is right there.
Oh, and let's not mention, she also said, yes, I'm live because he likes to punch holes in wall and hit people or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you're sitting there pretty much talking shit with your legs crossed. You know, like, you don't have a care in the world. You didn't call the police, you called us. You called the social media.
Social media. And the things that she was saying, these people be saying that they have a certain fear, but the things that they be saying be the type of things that'll get a person punched in the face. It seemed like that's what it is that they be trying to accomplish in a lot of situations. Not that it's for the good, but to push a narrative.
Yes, yes, yes. And that's
Because
how
those
I
were all, every word and everything that she said within that argument was a provoking tactic. It was to get him angrier, more angrier than what he was. So we can then see him within the vision of which she's trying to create. He is.
mm, say that, Tay. You ain't lying. That's exactly what she wanted to do. She wanted to provoke that man so he can actually start acting like what it is she's trying to get us to see.
Yes, because she wouldn't have kept making it a note to say, "Oh, you like to punch holes in the wall." Before the camera came on, she kept going back to the factors of what we couldn't see, so that way she would be able to provoke it for us to be able to see it. But a person had more self control than the control that she had within the situation.
Period. Way more self control. You like I'm
It
sitting here
started
waiting
to
to see.
seem like Yeah, it started to seem like a picking match, like a bullying match, because he wasn't saying anything. Like normally in an argument, a person say something to you, you say something back to defend what it is that they saying to you that you don't like. It was her saying what she was saying on top of what she was saying, on top of what she was saying some more. Hey,
Period.
open book.
Hey, open.
It wasn't about them having an argument. An argument is between two people. She was arguing within herself. She was just saying things that was trying to get him to act a certain type of way, but it really wasn't no argument at all.
Right. Hey, Blue Outlaw. We talking about Rose from Queen of Kings and her husband Brett.
Hey, Shelly Shell. Hey, Blue Outlaw. Yes. And the fact is that now, if you talking to your husband that way, right? And you're raising two boys, kids, with it didn't matter if you was raising a goldfish. It's certain type of ways that you're supposed to conduct yourself. But them being boys that will sometimes be a man, them being talked down to like that would be a normal thing if they came across someone in a situation and it would that's not so healthy, they wouldn't even be able to walk away from it, but it would be something of the normal.
Period.
Well,
Period.
it ain't that bad. My mother and father did it. She talked down to my dad like this. So for a female to demean me, it must not be that big of a thing. Or it can make them grow up resenting women.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hell, it could make them grow up resenting their damn mama.
Mm-hmm. Or themselves. Because imagine going out into the world already feeling like you're not enough. And the person that makes you feel that you're not enough is your nurturer.
Mm, mm, mm. Woo!
Hey, Amelia, I see you. I ain't looking over you, girl. They just popping up different on my end.
And the crazy part is she makes them feel she does that like she rotates kind of knocking them down. It's not like she just goes for her black kids, but she did it to her white kids and was like, I ain't never raised no white babies before. These white kids hit different, y'all. They different, child. I'm like, what in
I'm
the
trying to figure
world?
out if this is what these people actually consider to be content. Because I'm not going to pack my whole life up, move to Hawaii on something that would consistently be one of the beautifulest islands that they have out there, and still keep my kids packed up in a house while I'm sitting on the camera when the camera is portable and can go outside with me, and people can get to visually see me and my family actually being a family versus me having to get on camera and tell people that I am a family.
Right. Exactly. Or that I'm married, or that I own shit, or that I'm rich, or that I'm well to do, or I'm this, that, or the third. And honey, she tells it all.
But yes, she was on Tasha K drinking Jack Daniels out of a plastic water bottle.
Come through while the baby crying in the back. And that baby was crying
But
because
did
that
why
baby,
she ain't never go get the baby? We was waiting for
I,
her to go get the baby. Tasha asked her 3 times, "Do you want to go get the baby?" Tasha left her on the camera and sis still didn't go get the baby. She left out.
well, I can't say this. I know Tasha K did not want her to bring the baby on her platform, but she still did not get up Like when the baby was actually
That
crying. Now
Yes,
my
that's
thing,
exactly the point that I'm making. She said, well, you told me, that I only was gonna have about an hour or so because the baby. And she said, you said you don't want the baby on the camera. Right? Tasha said no. She said, okay, well, I'll take, and they went right back into conversation. Not did she, and then a couple of minutes later, Tasha asked her again, would you like to go? And when she walked off on the mic, she said, all right, Rose, bye, Rose. Go get your baby.
I'm done. I
She
can't say
still ain't go get the baby. Every time she said she was going to go get the baby, she took an extra shot of Jack.
because y'all know, and you know why? Cause because she didn't want to, Rose love that damn baby, but she didn't want to miss out on that airtime either.
Mm-mm. And she didn't want to feel like see, she tried to prep herself before she went there, because if she did her research like we said she did her research, she know how Tasha K was coming. Like you said,
Yep.
she know that she wasn't one of these little bloggers in the street. She was gonna have to come with her heat, because she was gonna have some heat. So she tried to pump herself up with the energy that she thought Tasha K was going to have. But when
Yeah.
you trying to live in a fake persona in the moment, because she wasn't herself in that moment at all. That was a
Not.
sarcastic, sassy little girl sitting in the dean's office that done got in trouble and waiting for people to call her mother to come and pick her up. Period.
Period.
You
Period. She
know
was.
that I don't care if you call my mother attitude. That's the type of attitude she had. She did not have the attitude of a grown woman coming on a platform, basically defending her platform from what she put on her platform.
Absolutely. She seemed defensive without trying to come, like how somebody's defensive but don't want to come off. You don't want the rest of the world to know you defensive. So you try to cover it up with a little bit of sarcasm, a little bit of laughs. But she was defensive to me. Like every time she hit that,
Very.
okay, girl, okay. Like every time she did that
Between
to
the
me,
Jack and the Carmax, that was her cover. She ain't know which one to do with herself, whether to drink or grease her lips.
period.
She was nervous. She was
And you
very
know
nervous.
what? You know what? I feel like the Jack Daniels and that Carmax or whatever she had was a defense, the same defense mechanism she used that baby as. The baby to me is a defense mechanism on her lives. So I feel like that the Jack and the chapstick had to replace
Absolutely. That's just
the
what I'm
baby.
saying. Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
she
Every time she gets or she's uncomfortable or in an uncomfortable space, she needs something else as a diversion. And that
yeah,
normally the baby is there as a diversion because she's always holding him, or even with, and that's bad. She even have, though you got your baby in your arms and you arguing with the what you say would be trolls online.
right. It's
I don't
crazy.
understand how these people make those people that important. If they're trolling you, it must be because you are the person that's of some substance, right? People talked about Jesus, but I didn't never see him come down from heaven to defend anything that they said.
Right. Period. Period. I think that lady got a lot of growing up to do. I think Brett need to get his head out of her ass and become a leader of that family because I have not seen true leadership from him. I've seen a big muscular man, but I ain't seen
Hmm.
masculinity within the mind.
He
Then
ain't
your
nothing but
body.
a big teddy bear. She can control him. Something that she can't do within her own race. I stand on that. That's why she ain't got no black man and got her a white one. And I ain't even racist, but you can see people like what it is that they can control.
Period. Period.
And she can control that man. He big, but in some cases, we've all heard the saying big for nothing.
I'm done.
We've heard that
Big.
saying big for nothing, because he's just like a souvenir, a showpiece. When you go someplace that you ain't never been, you buy a souvenir to prove that you've been there. He's her souvenir to prove that she done been on the side that is of the white side, which is outside of her side. So it possibly should be a better side because people always saying that the white side is the right side. So she went and got her a big souvenir.
Period. Period. And on top of that, she well, yeah. In other words, Brett is a trophy husband, eh?
Right. To her
when
in her eyes, because
mm,
if the only thing that changes him is the color of his skin, and you got the same man of every other race in him, then what's different?
right,
You can
right.
get a black man, Chinese man, any other type of man. Let's be honest, that's making six figures. There's a lot of people out here that's making money. He's not the only person making money because of his skin color, yeah. But then that would make him your what? Your sugar daddy. But if the sugar daddy not sugar daddying, then we confused.
Period.
Right.
Period. The sugar daddy was I think the sugar daddy had been sugar daddy, but you like hey look, she just taught me you motherfuckers better be careful when they get mad at people and start spilling them lies because while you had a moment of being mad at your husband and wanting to tear him down and make him look bad, now you're having to clean it up and hope people remember this awesome lifestyle that you have. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want people to remember, oh, Brett, I'm a 20-something year old girl that owns a house and did this and did that because of my husband. And she said if I'd never married a white man, it would have never happened for me. And now you want to go
Right.
back to Brett's my savior. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
But
we see
she
the
want
type
the
of things
public
that
to is and what you
I
say,
can hear you.
cuz
Go
you went
ahead.
out.
I can hear you. You was breaking up too, but I
I
heard
thought
you.
you
She want the public to what you say after
oh
that?
oh. She wants it's almost like when you want the public to see him a certain way, but you don't really want him to accredit him that. It's almost like, I want you all to think my husband is just the best, the this, the that, or the third. But I'm also really jealous that you do. I put this narrative out there, but when y'all point out how great Brett is, I kind of diminish his greatness because I want you to think I'm as great as Brett or better.
But what makes Brett so great? Because he took in another man's children. I know men that do that all the time, and they ain't just white.
Period. I don't know what makes him
What
so
makes
great.
him? What makes him? I'm trying to. I'm if you met him and he was in a house sleeping on a mattress, right? He wasn't really in ownership of anything of his own to where you had to bring him into your home. I'm confused of what did he provide other than white sperm.
Period. Period.
Hey,
Because
humble. Other than white, I could understand if he was giving her this lavish lifestyle, but she made it her business to let us know that's not the case. She's the one spending all the money. He's not into those things. So what is he into?
right, exactly. Because I haven't really got a chance to really get that. Because I know he likes to shoot and do stuff like that, but I don't really know.
No, we just gonna say it's a classic case of the field nigga becoming the house nigga.
Pretty much.
I hate like it's the truth. She was one of the servants that was able to pull her skirt up and get close to the master. And at the end of the day, she feel like she's in control because she thinks she's the master. But something that Tasha K said stood out to me. A person is nothing wrong because people do find love in other races. That's a normal thing. But some people be living through the factors of fetishes, an ongoing fetish. You got this young girl that got out of a situation that got her heart broke, looking for love in all the wrong places. And then you got this big, what was he doing on the internet? This man, she said he was a sniper.
Right.
You do you understand what I'm saying? A sniper. So with that
Right.
being said, what did y'all have in common other than the difference of the skin color?
That's what I want to know. Cause she said, he was into this, that, or the third, and I wasn't, or this scared me, or I wasn't with this or with that. But I'm like, so what in the beginning made you, if y'all so opposite, and what made y'all do what you do or get with each other? Cause one's black, one's white. Okay, no biggie. I love you, baby.
Get jiggy with it.
One is I'm done. One is into guns and stuff. She's scared of. So I'm like, what had
Humble
y'all
said,
like?
all my life I had to fight.
I'm telling you, man, it's weird. A lot of people said that their relationship get them pimp and pimp hole
I'm
vibes.
telling you, I tried to say it in the best words possible. Come on now, work with me, cousin. You know I be
I
putting the
know.
seasoning on the chicken, but I'm trying to say and keep it YouTube associable because at the
Right.
end of the day, you don't never want to hurt somebody else that doesn't have anything to do with the situation that we talking about. So I
Right.
try to use the words that won't personally affect anyone else, but the message is still relayed. They try to play in people's face. It's like when you go on a dating app, you know what you looking for. You have a type, and the type that you was looking for is the
Yep.
type that you got. Was white man. It didn't have to do with anything else that he came with. It was white man. And for you, it was young black girl. A lot of older white men, what do they like to have? Black young girls.
Right. And you have look, period. And I mean, hey, take how they met. You met her in the strip club. That's it. Like,
Right. That's what hello. He was looking for
period.
some fast ass.
Fast
They got him a
ass.
whole black family. And
Period.
three, first of all, and then you talking about, I'm sorry. Call me a punk cousin. I'm sorry. But I'm not moving no white man that I just met that tells me he's a sniper in my house within 3 months with my kid.
No.
That's just not happening. I don't give a damn. She talk about, oh, he said his lease was about to be up, and because my lease wasn't about to be up, versus him going to live with a roommate, he would have had to live with that roommate for a little while longer. Yeah, we was dating, but these people be bringing men in front of their kids too soon
They do. They do.
and make an excuse for it just because he was treating you good. You didn't even know this man enough to know that if you did bring him around your kids, he was going to treat them the same. By the graces of God, he did, but you wasn't sure that that was what was going to happen.
Right. You wasn't for sure that he was gonna bring anything to the table but them muscles.
And them sniper guns
Right.
at
Cause
the
she
end of the day. But it's just so many people that's like these people that's on social media. They just have a platform to show who they are in 4K. And the most and the biggest disaster that destroys the whole situations, it be the money. Because at some point in time, these people will start out on the internet as a family, regardless to whether who was there first. Your content predominantly becomes family. So people focusing on the family. But then they make it seem like if you the females to me make it seem like they the ones that made the pages work when the people was watching the page for the family as a whole.
absolutely. Absolutely. Um Brother Blue said, "Hey, baby,
What up, though? Can I borrow $27
change." Buck said,
It's
"Hey,
sad.
y'all," and he need
Hey,
$27 and some change.
hey, stop
Oh
playing with them.
man. But yeah,
Now, my thing
it,
is, if they felt like they could have did it on their own, why didn't they just have a single channel with themselves without the family included? If you was gonna pull the same type
and
of
I,
weight, or you are the person
I
that pulled the weight, why pull the family into it?
exactly, and that's what she seemed to be honest, cause she seemed like she
He gave her the
wanted
other
pretty much
house.
like she used her own family. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you? Oh, okay. She said, shout out to everybody in the chat. Hey, Annette, love y'all. Shout out to the
Hey,
family.
Annette.
Um, and the complaint department said, hey to everybody in the building,
Hey,
and they
family.
are.
What up, though?
Shit. Oh, hold up. What was I about to say? I had a damn good point. Come back to me now. Come back to me. Oh yeah. So to me it seems like she blatantly used her family because I'm gonna be honest. After we talked about this the last time we was up here together, that as soon as
Mhm.
her ass hit 1 million subscribers, she started tripping. Like
Seems to be
period.
a thing.
She
Seems the
started
thing be.
wanting. Ooh, hold up. Girl, you
That
made me.
seems to be a thing.
You made me skate off to the left in the living room, girl, on that one.
Yes. Cause you ain't lying, girl. Soon as that million come, they decide to have a different type of fun.
I'm done. Right, like family stop meaning anything once you get to that goal that the family help you get to. You don't need them no more.
First of all, she had them living like robots. It wasn't like she had them actually living like family. She had them living like employees.
Yep.
Charger?
Yep.
Employees. Because when you got your kids living off the factors of a system, they're basically you're putting the words in the mouth that these kids are saying. They're not getting on camera and generally just getting to be themselves.
Exactly. They don't. And I
Them
told
kids
y'all.
ain't no kids saying nothing about I'm a black boy with a white dad. Ain't they not saying that. They're not saying that.
Nope, they're sure not. And that's the
Hey
thing.
green girl.
She keeps throwing at their color all of that. I mean, that probably be the biggest thing that annoys me. It's one thing you doing it with your husband. Oh, look at my white husband, or look at my this, that, and the third, and that makes me cringe. But when you doing it with your kids, that's just a
Kids.
next level weird. Like weird. Because could you imagine being this woman's child and growing up and looking at the YouTube channel and hearing your mama constantly either complaining about who I am, what my color is, or complaining about my dad and how he was no good and I wouldn't even survived as a
Hmm.
little black boy without this white man coming in and saving my mom. I don't think that's just what I would have wanted to put in their mind. I would want you to think you're gonna be as successful as you choose to be, regardless of who your father was or who I am. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? I would be telling them, honey, you didn't need this white daddy to make you a wonderful human being. All you needed was what I was going to instill in you anyway, and he added to it. Thank God. Like, I'm not taking away from Brett, but don't make it seem like they ain't have a fighting chance without him. That's kind of weird.
Well, more,
Exactly, because from what I know or what I gather, these kids were still engaging with the grandparents of the daddy side even once she was out of the relationship. So they was still getting some of their natural black roots. Now, what happened within the relationship between y'all, them, or they, we will never know or we won't know at this point, but they stopped going. but they were engaging at that point in time. So something had to happen where now everybody is just basically on punishment in a house.
Period.
Now, who's
Period.
getting the out? She's not getting no adult time. He's not getting, even though you're in a family and you're in a relationship, we still all need our own me time. When you have no time to yourself, you become more aggressive to the people that's around you because you start to say that they're the blame that you have no time to yourself, which would be your husband and your kids. And if you're not getting no other outlets and he's not getting no other outlets and they're not getting no other outlets, then y'all all become a factor of frustration to one another.
Period. Period. Hey, dreamy girl, love you. Annette says Rose is raising her kids to be the R word, acist, and that's not a good thing. And I agree, Miss Annette.
I agree in that. I totally agree with you. And the bad part, they're gonna be confused because which end of the spectrum do they be race them the R word on? Think about that.
Right.
On what end of the spectrum would they decide that they don't care for? Would it be the color of his skin or would it be the color of their mother's skin? Because naturally
Woo.
they have both colors within them on the factors of the youngest ones, but the oldest ones are fully their mother's color. So if that's something that she despised, but that's something that they is, how could they ever be a R word if you understand? And if they did, what side would they even be able to be it on?
Yes. And honestly, having a white father, mixed siblings, and a black mother who talks kind of down on both ends, I think they would end up more so. I mean, shit, it could get even worse where they just have a disdain for people, period. You know what I mean? Like, because if your,
Absolutely.
especially if your mother, and I say it could be double sided because if your mom making you seem like your blackness is a problem because you black like your daddy, this, that, and the third, or whatever, and this white man is all these great things and great qualities and this, that, and the third, it would kind of make me hate that I'm black, but also hate that you're white. It would also, you know what I'm saying? It would hate,
Absolutely.
you know,
It would
it's
make
like a
me hate
double
all
edged
people,
sword.
right? I hate both sides now because no side I feel I fit in. Because I'm being forced to accept this, and then I'm saying that I'm not enough. I'm being told I'm not enough because I'm this.
Exactly.
Let's
So
get
she
into the
gotta.
factors of I don't know whether she thought that putting that costume on and that was going to change the persona, like I said, of which we already seen. But just imagine how many times the kids see the this person and then that person.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Because I still remember the rose with the bull head. And if you remember last week, the week before, when we did chat about it, I said most times when a woman cuts her hair off, it's either because of a new start or a crisis.
Pretty much. And in her
And
case,
in
I
her
go
case,
with crisis.
yes, because Tasha K asked her, did she take any medication? And people think because they say no, that that gives them a one up. Just because you're not taking medication don't mean that you're not supposed to. That's just because the choice is left up to you. And then when the choice is left up to most people, they're going to opt out. Don't nobody want to be told that they take medication for mental anything. If that's the case, some people are shamed by what it is that they feel hindered them, or it puts them under a bracket or a certain narrative of which people are going to think of them now as if they're not in their right mind or can't whatever whatever. But just because you're not taking medication don't mean that you shouldn't be taking medication, and medication
Period.
is put in place to help you.
Period.
Jack
Period.
Daniels is only going to help but a certain amount of time.
Period. And some people, they think that taking meds to become better is like saying that they failed at something. Like if I need help on anything mentally, People gonna know I ain't got my shit together, or you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
And she's one of those.
Absolutely. Just basically to say, or basically to put in basically more perspective, that's like if you saying that the only thing that you've been diagnosed with is anxiety, right?
Hmm.
Anything that you would be given to calm your nerves, what would be bad about that unless what you dealing with is actually on a higher scale?
Facts.
You know what it's called?
Facts.
You know what it's called? Lying.
Because a person can go into when you depression or have a depressive state and it's not catered to or taken care of, then you become a manic depressant and things
Yep.
start to spiral out of control, and you won't know because you're the person that defending that you're not actually mentally going through something that you can't handle.
Right. Woo.
So if it was anxiety, like you say, what would be the problem with taking something that calms your nerves? They give you something to calm your nerves when you're pregnant to stop you from throwing up.
Right. And on top of that, it's like, because one thing I can't stand is when people say, "Hey, I know I'm this, or I know I'm that. I know I'm bipolar." Like she makes it an excuse. To I don't like when people use the fact that people understand or know what they got going on as a reason to not get help or to not treat it like a real problem. Like, oh well, he's used to it. He's my comforter. He helps me when I'm having anxieties or this, that, and the third. And
He
I
knows
believe
what he was getting. This is not the first time he's seen me act this way. So this
yes,
is a normal thing.
yes. And I think even Tasha K has said, "Do you think that's fair that he should be responsible for your mental health and your stability? Your mental
Wouldn't that be
instability."
considered as somewhat of a punching bag? Because that's
Absolutely.
a form of therapy that they give some people where you go into this room and you get to punch shit, break shit, throw shit just to let out your aggression because you have so much anger built up in you. You just need to let it out. And sometimes the regular scream, yell, or cry won't help. You actually need to damage some shit.
Yep.
And that's what people been doing, going around damaging other people.
Woo.
Like, girl, just go
Period.
outside and throw a plate.
Right.
You understand?
Exactly.
Like, just like before these people decide to come on social media and ruin their lives and other people's and their children's all within the same note, because I feel like adults fully make decisions for themselves. If you choose, and I'm just being honest, to make a decision, you have the choice between a yes and a no. Now, whatever reason you choosing to make the reason a yes instead of a no, that is fully on you. But for people that's not making decisions for themselves, I feel like they just dragged into situations that they can't control and they reap the worst of the situations.
Absolutely.
So if y'all grown people choose to do what it is that y'all do, by all means, tear each other the fuck down. But don't tear each other down in the factors of the eyes of the people that you supposed to be building up the most, which is your children.
Right. And that's another thing I didn't get about her. Why are you sitting there tearing that man down right there in front of his seeds?
It's like, yeah, don't believe the narrative that they say about the white man, but then she's saying, believe the narrative that they say about the white man. She's making us
Right.
believe, oh, okay, well, the white man has money. My white man ain't got no money. The white man is this. Well, my white man ain't that. Do you understand what I mean? But then what are the values
Yes.
of you? Like, I'm confused.
I'm telling you, like, make your mind up, girl.
Hmm.
Is he your savior or your hindrance?
And I'm fully with the factors of marriage. Do you understand? So I appreciate when couples can come together and actually do things right. But a lot of these people do things too quick. They do things before they actually get to know of who the other person they're actually getting with. And by the time they realize who that person is, or if they had a premonition before they decided to do it, they still did it, but they jumped into a marriage with someone they did not know.
Right.
I'm
Right.
not saying some marriages that, or some people, hear me, you understand what I'm saying? You could meet somebody and they could be the love of your life, and you could know from that moment that y'all was meant to be for you feel. You understand? But then there's those situations where people can feel those is the situations that they're in, and it's the total opposite. But they already done went running into the situation before they ever took the time to figure out what the situation was.
Right.
Just for the
So
views of other people, or even within their family. They don't want people that they know to look at them a certain type of way, or they want people to feel like they doing better than everybody else. I'm married. I got money. I'm with this per.
period.
You
And I
understand?
think that's
It's
something.
more of a show off mechanism than people doing it for the right reasons.
Yep. And I think that's what got a lot of these social media families failing in the first place, because you come on, and I don't know if people come on being their authentic selves, or if it all be for show of, let's pretend to be a good happy family or whatever. I don't know what it is, but I do know that it changed, one person or the other, it's gonna change. Like, whether people get big headed, whether people start becoming like too independent of, well, look, I can do this by myself. Because once you get known and all of that, it's like, okay, it ain't nothing to build another channel or do this or do that, because you built a
Mm-hmm.
following. So if you're a person with 1 million subscribers, it ain't gonna be too hard to get 100,000 if you build another
At
page.
all.
Within a week,
Just think
you're
about
gonna
it, Tiff. We ain't even at 100,000, and it's about the support. If you got people that supporting you, if you let them know that you're doing something different, they're going to follow what you're doing different as well.
Yes, yes,
So
absolutely.
those with the major following, just imagine.
Just imagine. Mm, mm, mm.
Just imagine.
Wait.
But I wonder what roses we gonna see from here. Are we gonna just get fake uploads from this point on? Because I think, I'm not sure, before I went, because I was struggling trying to find you, honey. Okay. But I think before I actually came into the live, I think I seen within one of the thumbnails something about she was on a panel with Girl Chat, or so, or another she did another interview with someone else, or was talking with someone else, but I didn't get a chance to click into the video because I was trying to get over here. But I'm gonna look back into that one later, because is she gonna do what we've known others to do throughout these situations when they come to the internet? And this is now the attention that they get. They're gonna go on all type of exploited interviews to tell people that we didn't see what we thought we saw.
Pretty much.
I
Or
think
to
that's what
make
the weave was
excuses
for.
for it, or
Right. Right, right. I think
yeah,
so. Yes, I think
I
so. But
agree.
I think, you know what? You can't fake who you actually are. It's only gonna be a certain amount of time. Just like we seen you that time, we gonna see you again.
Right. Right. Yeah, I think that's what the weed was for too. She about to be out here doing interviews, and I think she realized that that is another lucrative way to make a few dollars. Is, hey, people want to hear my story, my point of view. Let me bank off of this. Let me bank telling people what I meant or didn't mean and all of that. I think it's
It's
just
bad
another.
enough. Yes, because it's bad enough the numbers make them feel famous, but then to know that people want to interview them, it kind of blows up their head on some. Oh, this person want to talk to me now. This person want to talk to me. This is the peak that I was trying to reach.
Yes, and Lord knows, because with Tasha K, you said you ain't know her, but you were real quick to go jump on that interview. And two, I'm pretty sure people talk now. She got a bigger following. If I'm not, hold up. If I'm not mistaken, isn't her following bigger than Tasha K's? Have Tasha K hit 1 million, y'all, or is she hot way higher than that?
I
Let
think
me
so.
look.
Yeah, she did.
Let me look, cause I don't want to be giving the wrong information. 'Cause
Yeah, I believe she did. She a million and something, some I.
I feel like she is too. Unwind with Tasha K. I just want to see real quick. Oh shit. Okay. So yeah, I think Shorty went and looked at them numbers and seen that 1.2
Yeah, I told you a
one
million. I told you I think it
1.26.
was a million and something.
So Tasha K got a bigger following than even Rose. No wonder Rose cleaned up her acting and went on that interview.
Mm-hmm. He could have got a better bottle though, cousin. That Jack in that plastic bottle was pissing me off. What respect you
Hunty,
gonna come on this woman platform to talk shit with plastic?
hunty. Not even a little nice glass or
But that mean it
I
had to
mean,
come from a
damn,
big
not even
bottle,
a
huh?
water bottle.
It must have came from a big bottle that she poured into the water bottle.
Oh yeah, definitely. But bitch, you still could have got you a glass.
Mhm.
Damn. I mean, damn. You would have think on a show called Unwind with Tasha K that is, Tasha K like get her little sip on and stuff. You would have came with your little bottle to sip and had a like you
Right,
could have had
right,
the nice bottle of Jack on the table next to you with a nice
right. You say you spend so much money and
drinking glass.
everything.
I mean,
You say
yes,
she gotta make it
honey.
she
I
gotta
don't
make
think
it a
you
note of how much money she spent all the time, this, that, and you wanted to come up there looking like money, but then you came up there mentally on some bum shit and then you had the bottle to match it.
period. I'm done. Left the baby back there crying up here with a water bottle and some Jack
Yes.
Daniels. I'm done.
Because she never went to get the baby until the show end. And even though she couldn't bring the baby on camera because Tasha told her, she still never made it her business. Not one of the 3 invites that Tasha gave her to go off camera and check on the baby to do as such. She still felt it was
Period.
more important to try to prove her point.
Period. Period. It's
That's probably
crazy.
how most times that's how it is at home. Because if you couldn't do that, like you give all of your attention to the social media. So if social media got something going on that you gotta feel that you defend or attend to in that moment, does that mean that the kids always have to wait?
Right. Right. And I also think it showed us a lot that that baby probably like, child, you always on live with me, and was probably crying because the baby hear the mother talking on live and like, what am I doing now in your arms? Because that child won't put that baby down for nothing. Tasha K
Right.
made her
And
put that baby down.
she hindering him by doing that. And hindering
Exactly.
like you holding him as a therapeutic thing, but you hindering him as the baby.
Exactly.
Annette
Yep.
said and was drinking it straight. Yes, Annette, that's what I said. No chaser. She didn't
Mm-hmm.
even go one time. It
Not
did not
at
burn not
all.
near, but she was sipping like it was apple juice.
Yes, auntie. And Brett say she drink more than she be letting on, which is interesting because she talks so much about not drinking while breastfeeding and this, that, and the third.
That's
I
what
guess
you know she drank.
she got tired of pumping and dumping.
Anything that
Child.
somebody most times make it their business to make a note of to tell people that they ain't doing, that's exactly what they doing. She just wanted to put it out there before somebody brung it up. And the fact is of them noticing that she always got a cup. Like we noticing you drinking pretty much, and you breastfeeding. So at the end of the day, she gonna make it seem like it's not that way. You know, the deflecting thing, the gas. Like, no, I don't drink that much. You know, okay,
Right.
you absolutely drink that much because even when you was doing the interview with your mother and whoever else you was with online, you always had some wine talking about to bring down the ease.
Right.
You even told your mama to
Child.
get some wine. Hey, girl, get some wine. Get your wine.
Period. Period.
Mhm. So that's
Period.
normal. That must be a normal mechanism that you use when you in situations that you feel that your nerves or whatever may be a little uppity. Or in the house, that may be your way that you have your downtime, being that you're not getting no out time. And it's just becoming a consistent thing because it's the only thing that you're doing other than that in social media.
That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. And
How you
honestly,
said, cousin, she drinking and geeking. Instead of
drinking and
sneaking and
giggling.
geeking, yep, instead of sneaking and geeking, she drinking and geeking.
Period.
They be out here drinking and geeking, cousin. But listen, we done talked about Rose, and I wanted to get into these questions because I had some good ones for the night. Hey, Blueberry.
Come on and give them up, cause I asked me some while I was waiting on you.
Listen, I had the first one that I had. Imagine being in a relationship with somebody, let's say about 10, 15 years, around a couple of years. Now, mind you, y'all both at an age where you ain't trying to have no more kids. He ain't trying to have no more kids. Y'all both comfortable in the situation. Y'all decide to get married, moving with each other, and y'all comfortable as a couple. Y'all wind up going out one day, and through a mutual friend, y'all find out that y'all possibly could be brother and sister or brother or sister, vice versa. How would you then be able to deal with that as a situation?
Oh Lord, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Because the first thought that's gonna come to mind is, oh Lord, I've been fucking my brother. Wait,
Right. Like I'll probably freak out a little bit. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie. I'll be back. I will freak out like say what say huh? I, that would fuck me up.
look,
So
you see how you stuttering? That's just how a person would be standing there for about 10, 15 minutes. But just imagine, because we all get through point or get to some point in life, even if we're not in a relationship with a person that we've been in a relationship in our younger years. Sometimes people take a break until they get a little older and decide to, settle down with someone that they not looking for too much. Or imagine if it is where kids are involved.
ooh. Now Tay, are we saying that okay. Wait a damn minute. Now, not only did we discover that we are siblings, but we discovered this after we done had children together.
Right, right, right.
Ooh, wee.
I
Well,
might need to get my jack and my water bottle. Shit.
that would explain why little Johnny only got 8 fingers instead of 10. Uh,
Absolutely.
I am
Yeah, I had
dying.
these questioning. I was ready for the date because I was wondering, like, you can't give really, it's hard to give an answer in a situation like that because you've been with this person for years now. Even if in the fact is that y'all have had kids, how do you basically, for one, explain to your kids that their daddy or mother possibly may be your sister or your brother? That's number one. And do you continue the situation on some hush hush tip, or do you just walk away from it because now you know what it is?
That is so hard. I'm gonna have to go ask. Oh Lord, I need to
Because you
buy a
know
vowel.
people be out here sneaking and geeking in situations, right? And you never know what people doing when they not at home. And you know, sometimes back in the days they said Papa was a rolling stone, and wherever he laid his hat was his home. So sometimes you can find out about straggler kids later on. But what if it's somebody that you met through a different extension that you, for one, never knew that this kid possibly could have existed? So hey, whatever, you know, you wouldn't even be thinking on the forms of that, or the factors of the way that you met, you wouldn't even be thinking that that's your brother, or like, how could it be?
Yes, that's a tough one, especially if you are already, like, in love. Like I said, you're in a happy relationship or marriage,
Mm-hmm.
and parenting is going great, and
Mm-hmm.
you're simply in love, and I think that that is one of the. I did not know you was gonna come like that, dog. Look, I didn't know that's the way
Look,
you was gonna come from it.
I don't
I,
fuck this. I don't fucked up the
yeah,
set. Like, wait, well, I know we was coming
child.
with questions like right. If we gonna come, we gonna come.
We come, and to think, the question I asked was, have anybody ever had a botched hairdo from the hairstylist, or a botched haircut? And here come Tay talk.
And here I come in talking about people fucking their brother. Lord,
I am done, yo. But I want to
I'm
really
sorry,
consider.
y'all.
Look, made my damn question look like goddamn preschool, didn't it?
Oh God. All right.
But
Well, while y'all waiting to answer that one, we gonna go into the next one because I got another one. Right?
before you
Okay.
answer that, I'm honestly say this, because I was really considering that. I want to
Okay.
say
Go
this:
ahead.
if you have already been in a relationship and in love, and you already damn, now, if we ain't had kids, it's like, okay, motherfucker, this we're glad we caught it now. And you going, because once you find out it's your bro, what if I found out that Buck was my bro? I am not gonna be able to look at him like the motherfucker I was in love with for however many years. I'm gonna be looking at you like, nigga, we came
Yes.
from
Every
either
time
the
it comes to
same.
the point, yes, of bending it over
This,
and bringing it back, that's gonna be in the back of your head.
yeah, and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, that's why I always say you remind me of my granddaddy when you cook and your main resource.
Annette, Annette said that would throw me for a loop. To know I done humped my brother. We got kids, the whole nine shit. Right. But you know, it's
Yeah.
people out here that's really dealing with situations that's of that nature.
Yes, absolutely. And even crazy, we got people that out here that does that knowingly.
Knowingly. That's get it going now. But me as a person, Tiff, I'm gonna be
West
honest, right?
Virginia.
Because Tay be smoking the weeds, right? And every time Tay's sitting there, she be thinking about herself like, girl, no, you that's your like I will be looking at all type of fingers and toes to try to see a different type of match to try to make this believable that it ain't what I think it is. And once I actually take in the factors that it is what it is, I don't think that my mental would let me be able to continue it, because what you don't know is one thing, but once you find something out, it's something totally different. Your mind works different because when you in something, how can I say, naturally, that's not tainted, that you don't know of any other information about it, you handle yourself a certain way with that situation. Now, once you know of something with that situation that possibly or is not with that not right, excuse me, with that situation, now you're going to start possibly acting different in the situation, especially a situation like that. Because that would be basically saying, well, it's one thing if you don't know, but what if your kids actually decided that they grew up liking each other? Would it be okay for them to get in a relationship?
Hmm. I don't like playing this game with you. I'm sorry.
Get your ashtray, Tim. Get your ashtray.
Girl, you should see me over here on this bed tipped over like a teacup getting poured out. Like, child, I wasn't ready. Oh my goodness, I wasn't ready. I'm gonna honestly
Oh,
say though,
wait.
if
Humble said, oh, hell, Tay, I need a drink. Wait.
I'm telling you,
Wait. For real, imagine your man that's been your man for over 15, 20 something years. Something comes about, even down to the factors of what if it's a health situation and y'all go into the hospital because this person possibly need blood and y'all just trying to see if you possibly could be a blood type to help them. You understand what I mean? And through that, you find out that y'all siblings.
oh wait,
Open
I
book
ain't
is
gonna front.
laughing.
Y'all gonna don't look at me different, people. But if I got kids with a motherfucker and I've been in love with this motherfucker for 20 years and we already got kids, we just gonna thug it out. You know what I'm saying?
She
We
said we
just gonna,
had to figure something out. You better not tell no
yeah.
fucking body.
I would probably go to a hypnosis or something to remove the thought out my head, like forget that I even heard it. Because I don't see how you gonna go from your
Nah,
kid's
cousin, I'm gonna start
father.
looking at my kids' ears funny and everything. Like, no wonder one ear was a little shorter. I knew something was sweet.
Right. But 20 years in the game, we just gonna at that point have to thug it out, bro. Then we gonna be running around the
When
house.
you gonna have to
Uh,
thug it out, bro?
you know,
Like we've
look,
been we've
bro.
been doing it this long. It's been 15, 20 years. That, but mentally, I would fuck my own shit up, Tiff. I'm not even lying to you. Because every time it came time for us to be, it'd be cool if we were smoking weed together, doing other things together like a homie would do. Because then that's a brother role. But once it got to the factors of getting intimate again, that part would be hard for me because my mental would be telling me like, girl, you sleeping with your brother.
Child, I ain't starting over after 20 years. We just gonna have to move to West Virginia. Shit. We just gonna have to thug it in West
She said we
Virginia.
gonna have to
Fuck
go where nobody don't know us. Cause period. This gonna have to keep going. I done invested too many years in this shit. Now I got these kids, and you trying to tell me you my siblings? Oh no. But just being honest, that is some deep shit. It's different if you the type of person that's into things like that. Cause like you said, it's people out here that willfully get into relationships with their siblings. You understand? Or have.
yeah, and they all in West Virginia. Shit. That's the incest capital of the USA.
Right. But to be caught in a situation where you don't know and you've been with this person for years in some and y'all done had kids together and now something happens and you found out that this person is just sibling. It, huh?
Yeah,
What?
that would fuck me up. And by the way, little disclaimer for everybody in here: I ain't fucking with cousin Tay. I don't bet not nobody go around here starting no incestuous rumors about me fucking with cousin Tay. No, I do not believe in engagements or any of that thing with your siblings, first cousin, second cousin, your third uncle. None of that. I
Wait.
ain't with the shits.
Cousin came in here talking about botched ponytails, and here come Tay want to be talking about what if you found out that you were sleeping with your brother or sister? How would that like? Yeah, that's a real big different. That's a change. That's different. That's way.
It is, but shit, if you've been sucking it for 20 years, you might as well suck it for 20
Yeah,
more.
she said, just put it in the mouth.
Now, dating or some shit, nigga, nah, bye, nigga, fuck you, oops, and like, we ain't
Ooh.
never, you know, if it just no. It's a no for me if there is no kids involved, period. But I'm
Wait,
sorry, I
Humble
don't,
gonna say, hubby says. if they step brother and sister, at least at least if they
Right.
give me a step brother or a sister, because then that could have been like. But wait, what's the definition to some people about a step? Because some people consider a half sibling something that's not introduced by the same mother and father. And they say that that's their half sibling worth, rather than their full sibling, somebody that would actually come by the same mother and same father. So if it was your half sibling, it would be all right for you to bend them over then.
It's a no for me. Any either way it go. It's a no. I don't want no pots and no siblings. Thank God I do not have no bros. I got all sisters. Cause
Oh
honey,
God.
uh uh
Wait, Tiff had to close her mouth. She said, Yeah. I can
I
visually
just
see you
can't.
right now,
I'm trying
cousin.
to put the kids first, but I just don't think I can do it. I'ma just say,
I
hey,
couldn't.
look, we shit.
I'm
Mm-mm.
telling you, if I didn't know and it just continue, it would have to come out after we was both and I wouldn't even want the kids to find out that way, that at that point in time, their parents were siblings. You understand what I'm saying? But that would be a hard pill to swallow either way. So not
Yeah.
knowing you would be able to do something, but then knowing if you a person about doing the right thing will always mess with you. And the right thing we was taught is you don't sleep with your siblings.
Period.
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 Even the
Hey,
ones that you got and the ones that you meet.
right. Shout out to Keep It Cute with Miss Mel. Shout out to Blueberry Boots. I don't know if she's still in here, but I didn't officially get to say hello. Shout out to all you beautiful ladies in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, give us your next question, Latam. I'm scared.
All
I'm
right.
scared.
Okay. Now,
Let me get
same
the image of the.
scenario. Same scenario almost. You've been in a relationship with a person for years. Now, this one, it don't have to do with any kids. Maybe you have kids already, or the other person possibly have kids already, but y'all decide to come together as a unit. Now, with y'all coming together as a unit, you've been together for some years once again, but you just so happen to find out that this person at one point in time was the opposite sex.
Oh shit! Yeah, we definitely keeping you in charge of questions when we play this game. Girl, I was not ready. Where do you come up with these awesome questions? Because I know they great questions because anytime a question leaves me stumped, like, what would I do? Like,
Yes,
girl. Oh shit, I have to process this. Okay, I'm with somebody, been with them for years, and later find out they used to be the opposite sex. Is that correct?
yes, ma'am.
Oh Lord. Well, I'm gonna say it like this. If I didn't know and didn't have complaints for the past how many years we've been together, then that would not bother me as much as um doing my brother.
Absolutely. But with the person keeping it a secret, and the fact is that they wasn't able to be truthful to you, would that bother you after finding out?
Oh
Because
shit,
if
that's
they could
right.
lie
They
about
did keep
that,
it a.
would it not make you feel like what else could they lie about?
Okay, I didn't factor in they kept it from me. My bad. I thought somebody just told them too. No, I'm just playing.
No. wait, wait, we both just found it.
Oh shit. My
Wait,
bad. I
yeah.
need to factor
After
in
you've
some
been
more
with them for
factors.
years, and mind you, they wasn't the one that told you. Someone else told you.
And then I confronted them and they admitted it.
Right. And then you was able to find out that the information was
Oh
true.
hell no, I'm fighting that bitch.
You
It's about to be a girl fight in this motherfucker.
Tiff said, I'm fighting me a bitch. You mean to tell me you was with me as Jason and you used to be Jennifer?
I'm fighting. I'm beating Jennifer and Jason ass tonight. You hear me? Now, baby. Hubby said tap him out and pass it to the left tip. He gonna catch
Right.
us on the Tell the hubby I said, shut up.
Right. But we females, but imagine a man being in that situation. Actually, he would want to crash out.
Ask your husband if it was you and you told him tonight during this conversation that this was actually your story.
Wait, wait, y'all gonna see tomorrow news or breaking news. Oh my God.
Oh shit. I
Oh
am choking.
Jesus. Cause listen, yes, it's gonna. Hey Lolo. Hi
Hey
family. How you
bestie.
doing over there, beautiful? Now,
Shout out
I'm
to the
telling you,
bestie
that's
Lolo.
something that would trip you out, especially from a man. See, females, we could be bilingual, right? That's what you want to call it. We may be a little bit understanding in the situation, like, you know what? Maybe it may be, but a man, on the other hand, is going to feel fully violated if he thought that he was with Susan and find out that Susan used to be Stan. Susan and Stan is gonna be up out of here.
Oh yeah, now a man is gonna freak out even way more than a woman is. Because honey, a man finding out that they were with a male, especially if they're anti that, not in like a phobic way, but just like not with the shits and never have been or whatever.
Mhm.
Like that would be a problem. Like that bitch, everybody getting beat. That's just it. That's all. It's
Right,
just gonna be a fight, no matter
right,
which side it's on.
right.
we having a
Absolutely right.
we got a problem. We got a problem. But I will say too, now it's a trick thing to that. He said he like y'all and he trying to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Shout out to
He
the husband.
said, listen, y'all bet y'all ain't fucking with me tonight.
Right.
I like y'all. We gonna keep it that way.
Right. Mama three, you are right. If it happens to be a man, he might unalive the person. And you are
That's what
so
I'm
right.
saying.
Ooh, it gets deeper.
Definitely.
It
And that
gets
said, well, I would prefer for them to have told. Yeah, I would prefer for them to have told me too. I would have to think about it, laughing my ass off. Well, I'm gonna just be honest. Even as a woman, if I know that I live in a fully heterosexual space to where I only deal with my opposite sex, I would definitely feel violated too, because you took the option away from me to be able to make a choice if that was something that I chose to be. And the reason why you didn't tell me is because you possibly felt that I would have been against it. So that right there lets me know that that's a little bit of malice intentions. You tried to trick somebody into something versus coming into something naturally.
This is true, but I can throw another catch on that though. Now, if a person is one particular gender, born a certain gender, and say
Mhm.
say the person is 45 now, but at the age of 30, they got a change and all of this stuff, and now they're completely
Right.
opposite, right? However, the only way I would not consider it like full on deception is if you get that kind of a change to where you completely, everything that you can possibly do to become the other gender, you've done it and you actually completely identified with the other gender, of course. Now, I don't think it's necessarily deception if a person has put away their old person and they no longer recognize that person or
Tiff, Tiff,
huh?
ain't
Uh,
no man gonna go for that shit, Tiff. Ain't no man gonna, they don't give a damn if you was staying when you was in high school, middle school, or grade school. If you get with me in your adult years, I don't give a damn if it was 15 years ago. and you decided to live your life differently, that was the choice you made for yourself. That's not a choice you get to make for me. I still need to know who it is that I'm with.
Four Horsemen said, first of all, shout out to Sister Teacher in the building. I love you, Sister Teacher.
Oh, I see her
First,
now. Hey, sister teacher. Hey, four horsemen.
um, Mama Three said that would definitely push a ninja over the edge. Agree. Four Horsemen said, I always know a transformer when I see one. They always had them big feet.
Yo, I'm dead. You choke me. But you know what's crazy now? And is, to be honest, you can't even say that nowadays because some of the work that people getting done is stupendous out here. And if you wasn't there with them in the gym when they actually was getting it, sometimes it's not that easy to just look at a person and be able to predict what it is that they was or what they is.
Heck nah, cause
I know some of them that's out here looking better than actual. Like I ain't you. You see where I'm going with this, sister. Come on now.
yes, I got a cousin actually. I got a cousin named that everybody call Big Chicken, Little Chicken, or some type of a chicken. Uh, but it's on my on my
Wait, some
California
type of
side.
chicken.
Yes, I can't remember if it's little chicken, big chicken, or what, but I know that's their nickname. And so, but however, this ain't one of the cousins I grew up with. This is one of my kind of
Wait,
distant
Humble said
cousins.
they getting their knees and everything done. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, right. However, I never met this particular cousin, but my mama used to talk about this was actually one of her favorite cousins or whatever. But she showed me pictures of my cousin Chicken and who is born a man, and I don't think that they got the change or whatever. Chicken never got the change, but Chicken did transfer in all other ways. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
they dressed the part for real. When I tell y'all, Chicky is one of the finest women I ever seen in my life. And I
Absolutely.
bullshit you not, y'all. I would have never, when my mama first showed me the picture, I was like,
Four
wow,
horsemen said
she
big rooster.
big rooster. Don't come for my cousin, for But yeah, so my mama showed me a picture. I was like, "Oh my gosh, what? How beautiful is she?" And my mom was like, "Child, that's your cousin Chicken. They are really a man." I was like, "What? I mean, finer than a motherfucker." You hear me? Shakina said, "Big Bird."
Yeah, sister teacher said I read a story about 20 years ago how a husband sued and divorced his wife for birthing an ugly. I seen that story. The ugly baby, I
What?
swear, and he won in court because the woman had done did all type of stuff to change her face, and he never knew that she used to look a different way before. And when she had the baby came out looking like her old face instead of her new face, and he sued her ass like, you tricked me.
Y'all are effing lying.
I swear you could Google it, cousin. I swear if I'm lying, I am flying. But I just want to make a notation of what you were saying about your cousin Chicken and a couple of others that may exist. Let's just be honest. Generations is different. What's accepted
One
now
second,
was not
Tay.
accepted, huh?
Tay. 1 second. I wanted to shout out, hey, Miss Shakina, I love you so much and welcome to the chat, baby.
Hey,
Okay, back to
Shakina.
back to you, cuz.
Hold on. You know I got a Dell ADHD. Hold on. Let me find it again. Wait. Oh, okay. There we go. I got it. I found it, y'all. Now, this generation is more accepting than the generation of which we grew up in. I'm 45. I don't know how old anybody else is on this chat, but when we was growing up and we was younger, even though it was people that lived those lifestyles or chose to live that lifestyle, even if you wasn't judgmental of that lifestyle, it wasn't as broadcasted or as accepted as it is now. So whereas bringing the generations together is kind of a how can I say, a pull of the rope, because to ask somebody that from our generation, they probably would be totally against it. Whereas if you ask somebody within this generation, they probably would find some comfort in it or find a reason to where it wouldn't be as bad as someone of our age, of our generation would find it.
Right. Mm, mm,
You
mm,
understand what I
mm.
mean? A lot of us was raised, what goes on in your bedroom stays in your bedroom. If you are of a certain nature, like that's why the term in the closet came about when we was growing up. Everybody may have had an uncle or a cousin that was of a certain origin. Everybody knew what that uncle and cousin wanted or what they did, but far as it being enforced or infringed on other people, that wasn't a thing. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas now,
Mm-hmm.
every other out of 10 people, maybe 7 of them is possibly living their life on their age.
True. True. Mm.
Their situation.
Uh. I've never been so speechless in my life. Uh, oh wow.
I had a
That
cousin they called Big Bird. She was small to the top and big on the bottom. I'm weak. Wait,
small
Sister
on
Teacher
top, big on
said,
the bottom.
yes, that husband said, no way, that's my baby. No way. I'm telling you, that's exactly what that husband said. And he was dead serious, cousin. And the judge went on his side. Like, listen, you got to tell people what they getting into. If this man got with you because he thought he was going to be having some pretty kids, not knowing that you changed your old ugly face, and now you bring him this ugly baby, and he wondering why this baby don't look like you or me, coming to find out it actually looks like you, that's the problem.
Right.
I swear, that's just the way the case went. And he sure got his money.
Oh my goodness. That is
Hmm.
hilarious. I'm gonna have to read up on that story. That's funny.
Look,
Ooh,
yes, sister teacher, she said he was a rich Asian man too. Sure was. Sure
what?
was.
What
Yes.
nationality is she? Does anybody know?
Huh?
Does anybody know what nationality she was, or ethnicity, or whatever? Was she black, white?
I believe so. I believe she was of
Which one?
our origin.
Oh,
Huh?
oh, gotcha, gotcha.
I believe
Wow.
so, but I sure remember that story. I sure remember that story. But that just goes to show you, if you love me as much as you say that you do, and you feel that I love you for you, and I'm not saying that, people are going to feel the same way after you let them know what the situation is, but you have to allow a person to feel how they're going to feel. Otherwise, you're taking that feeling away from them and you making them what you want them to be.
Period. I don't know why I find that story so damn funny.
Because listen, it was listen before you go to just look it up on Google.
I
I
definitely am.
swear, I
That is
swear.
hilarious to me. You can sue somebody for changing their face and giving you an ugly baby.
You sure can. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And apparently, they agreed that was wrong, and the judge thought it was wrong too.
Right. Now I have a question. Do y'all think that if the person, just using this as an example, do y'all think that a person would sue if they had a beautiful baby and but it still looked like and neither parent, like let's say the features and everything was changed, but it wasn't because the mother or the father was ugly, they just changed their features. They could have been cute as fuck beforehand, but the baby doesn't look like, say for instance the mother changed like in this case, and but the baby looks like the mother's old face, but the pretty old face, not an ugly face or nothing. But do you think somebody would still sue even if the baby looked like neither one of them, and then you discover,
Yeah, because
oh,
first of
the
all, they gonna be thinking, "Bitch, you was cheating on me. Who baby is this? Who baby that
period.
is?" Who that is? You done been there with old Johnny boy. You gonna have to tell me something because the baby don't look like me. Baby don't look like you. And even though you might know that it look like your old face, that don't mean he know it look like your old face. And even if he think it might look like your old face, he might need some proof that you ain't been down there with Johnny, and that's why the baby don't look like either one of you.
Right. Thank you, Shakina, and I love you so much for your support and your love. They were two beautiful
Right.
people, and that baby, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm done. Sister teacher, sister teacher said they were both beautiful people, and that baby, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
She must have been hurt. Dang.
It wasn't a good look. Let's just say that it was not a good look. So you kind of understood in some cases. And the fact
I'm
that he took it to
done.
court is what made it even stood out because that let you know he was dead ass serious. Imagine the conversations that they was having before he even took her to court. Imagine how them conversations went. Cause this baby, no, 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 no.
Right. Oh my God. I'm about to try to find it so I can see this baby. This
Just that I don't think so because my oldest son don't look like me or his dad. He looks like his grandma. That could happen too. That could possibly happen too. They don't take on the looks of the set of the parents and they actually look like the grandparents or possibly another family member within the family. But if it don't look like the parents, the grandparents, or nobody within the family member, then yeah,
oh man.
it's gonna be some problem. Hubby said, "Where the hell is complaint department? If you act like this when Tay over here, I'm crying. I'm crying."
What the hell? Why Tim, you act like this one? Say, oh yeah, I'm
What
done.
comment I just read? Oh my God! Not me being a bad influence. Lord have mercy. Tay didn't have some good questions tonight.
You had great questions, honey. Oh my goodness. While he grabbed his cigarettes, I'm done. I wonder did he take care of the baby even though he didn't like looking at it. I am done. I'm trying to find a
Right.
picture.
Right, like even after he sued her, I wonder. I don't even remember that part. Did he still take claims of the baby yet? Like, I mean, after, like, did he still care for the baby after that, or did he not want no parts?
Right.
That's
If you
deep, deep.
admitted that she spent 62,000 on plastic surgery. Wow.
She ain't come to play. She changed her whole face. She said, "I want a little bit of this, a lot of bit of that, not too much over here. Put a lot over there. Yeah, take that too. Yeah, 62,000 on your face."
I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
that's a
front.
lot of bread being that's a lot of bread being spent. You definitely gonna look different after 62,000.
Right. And she
You definitely
does.
gonna look that like for real. And imagine the kids that you did have prior to now after you done went and fixed up you. If you had kids before you went and fixed your face and now you left them looking like the old you and now you done got a new you.
Right. He won $75,000. And she was, I can't even front. She was complete. I'm, I'm trying to be. I remember this story now. They just showed the full family. I
Now you
fucking
remember the
remember
story, right? You remember that
this.
story, baby?
Hell
Oh my
yes, I
goodness.
do. Oh my gosh,
Mm-mm.
she was busted. Now I ain't can't even lie.
So do you
She was.
think he deserved to win that money?
Come on, humble. Tell her to come drop you off. She looked like mask. I'm not lying.
Say hubby said you started this. He about to
Oh,
drop me off over there on your doorstep. Come on, girl. You know you welcome.
oh
Come right
my.
on up in my closet.
And all the oh my gosh, wait, y'all done fucked me up
Wait
with
a
this
minute. Sister teacher said she looked like a mask.
one. Oh my goodness. What I'm tickled of is that all three of the kids. Now I don't want to be
They gonna
saying
put the
this, but
picture up.
the
Wait, you see you
oldest
looking at the
child,
picture, right? Not the
yes,
mask.
girl, I'm fucked up because they are a very beautiful couple, and them kids look rough.
He probably that shit started tripping him out after a while. Like, what is going the fuck on here?
Oh my
He looked like this,
gosh,
and them kids keep coming out looking like that. It's the
yo.
mask for me. The fact sister teacher said she looked it like a mask. Her old face looked it like a mask.
And the son looks like her. The oldest son looks like her. I'm confused. But see, there's only one thing that confuses me though, is that the motherfucker had three kids with her though. Is this the same story? I don't know if this happened more than once, but
He probably thought something different was gonna happen to him. He probably said the first one, all right, we try with the second one. Maybe the second one be better. Once they had the second one, that wasn't no better. Okay, you know what? Three strikes you out. The third one got to be doing something different. Once that third one possibly came along and it was just as bad as the first two, he gave the fuck up. Like, no, hell no. I'm done. This is it. We to court. Listen, because somebody got to feel the same way I do, and apparently the judge felt the same way that he do, because he gave that man his $75,000.
damn sure did. And boy, the before and after pics, child, I would have sued your motherfucking ass too.
It was the before and after pic for me, honey.
Yes,
Because
honey, cause
it definitely looked like two different people.
she looked like a damn alien on that first picture.
I'm trying to make
Um,
it up to the gates, Tiff. I ain't going there with you tonight. No hell for
look,
me.
she looked like a damn alien. I ain't even gonna front. Period.
I told you. And then she gonna give him three the hard way.
I'm saying that was three the hard way. All right.
Literally. Literally. That was not right. That was not nice. That she shouldn't have did that to that man. But she probably was hoping or didn't think that those babies was gonna come out looking like her old face either.
I'm telling you, I don't know how the fuck she ain't know. Shit. I don't know how she
If it
didn't know.
was
The
that
damn
bad that she wanted to change her face, do you think when the kids get older they gonna want to change their face too? They're gonna have to be little 62,000s. Cause at the end of the day, mommy got people feeling a certain type of way. Like, nah, you ain't want to keep this face, but you think we gonna want to keep it?
period. Like, oh my
Yeah,
god, poor
you're right.
kid.
That's selfish. That's selfish. You ain't want to be ugly no more, but you gonna leave us stuck.
I mean, ain't that some shit? You done put the hoodoo on your kids. Right, they stuck. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna do that to your children? Man, you
What
should have
the hell?
warned that
You one
man.
of them bad memories of what you used to be?
I'm
Like
telling
what?
you. And,
No,
and she
that
got a
ain't about right. That is
her,
not about right.
her
Mm-mm.
old
That's
face was
very
grumpy as
selfish.
hell.
The story I'm talking about, the wife had over $300,000 of surgery and they had only one kid. Oh
Okay,
Lord.
then there must be multiple of these types of stories.
So
Then
you
this
think
shit
people just been
crazy.
out here catfishing people with kids?
Oh
With the
Lord,
old face kids and not even a new face? Oh Lord. That's just wrong. That's definitely wrong.
this
300,000. What the hell you get done for 300,000?
I'm gonna see if I can Google that shit. I want to know what a $300,000 plastic
Tip
surgery look like.
300,000. That
Now
means she
that
got
before
new
picture gotta
eyes,
be
ears,
crazy.
nose, and mouth.
Wow, I got to see what that person before picture looked like.
Yeah, cause listen, 300,000, that got to get you new eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. That ain't just no regular
Right.
facelift, face flip, face. I don't. Mm-mm. She better be saving for this. She better be saving Mama three, cause they gonna want that. Woo. And in this case, 300,000, and they had one. That's that. She gonna have to have 300,000 for her too. Her hair coming from her scalp wasn't even real. Lord have mercy.
Oh my
She had
god.
a permanent lace front. Yo, she had a permanent lace front, Tiff. A
Oh
built-in
my
lace. How you get a
god.
built-in lace front? Wow. Wow. Never need no glue. Her shit is embedded in. It's stuck like that. It's forever ever. She got forever lace.
Forever, hunty.
Yes, forever ever. Like you gonna say, listen, I'm going to buy, yeah, 300,000 should get you some baby edges. Oh, she had hair implants. Lord have mercy. Like the hair clubs
What?
for men type ish. Remember that commercial that used to come on at night? The infomercial, the hair club for men and the hair club for women.
Facts.
Wait a minute, she went and got a hair club for women treatment.
Oh my god, this is so fucking funny.
Later, humble.
I love you, humble. Shout out. I'm trying to see this other one. Hold up, is this the man? This got to be. Hold up. I didn't know it was so many of these stories going around. This can't be it. This is another case, but this man in this one, he ugly as hell. Should not be suing nobody.
Oh Lord.
Lord
She
have
even had her
mercy.
ears tapered.
Oh, she even had her ears tapered. Damn.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. She went all out for real, for real.
Yes.
300,000. Well, I guess shit. Like I told you, new eyes, ears, nose, and mouth with edges built in.
I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. This
It
shit
definitely, yeah,
crazy.
that's new. I might
So
have to bring that story back out.
I'm telling you, right?
Yeah, we
Like
might have to bring that story back out, sis. We might just have to do it because that is funny.
that is
And
hilarious.
I
And the
bet you a
fact
lot
that
of
it's
people actually forgot about it.
yes, and it's so many cases of that as well. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we might
Wait, the
have to
fact that she said there's so many cases of this.
this
Like, you
shit
to tell me this
crazy.
done happened to people multiple times?
Yes, cause I ain't even found a story y'all was talking about. I found the one that I seen years
With the three
like
kids.
maybe this was like 2 or 3 years ago when this man sued his wife.
And that's the one with the three kids.
They got three, and yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
she
other one
looked.
is one. The other one got one kid.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to look deeper and find that one. But child, these people crazy. I never heard of such a thing. But I'm gonna find that story. We might have to come back and touch on that, auntie, and see
Yeah,
what people
yeah.
think about that. Hmm.
I'm about to get myself on up out of here in
Me
about.
too. I
I'm
do want
so
to
happy the
thank.
people in the chats came through to listen to me and you. Love, love, love you guys. Thanks for coming by and talking with Tay and Tiff.
Period. And I want to thank Tay for joining in with me on these Tuesdays, and we hope to make them, for them to get even more and more popularized. And y'all spread the word. Tay and Tiff popping out on Tuesdays. Period. 8 o'clock every Tuesday. Let something major come up. With that said, I thank you, beautiful cousin, for joining me, for supporting me, allowing me to support you. I love what we got going on here, and I wish us nothing but blessings from this point on. And just thank you for being exactly who you are. I love you, girl.
The same, the same, the same. And I'm going to come with my questions again next week. So I hope y'all better be ready.
Yes, and now I see I gotta up my question game up because honey, Tay ain't come to play. Okay. Now Tay ain't come to play. All right. I'm gonna have to catch up with Tay. But y'all, I love y'all so much. I love you cuz I love you chat. And we will see you guys again next Tuesday. God willing. I hope each and every one of y'all have a wonderful night. And don't forget, join me tomorrow for our official tap in Club 411. We're gonna do something not too late because I do gotta go to surgery with my grandma on Thursday. But I am gonna turn up the volume tomorrow at probably around about 8, 9 o'clock. So if y'all not doing anything, pop in on me in Club 411. We officially open for business. Straight like
Sure
that.
will. Good night,
Love you,
everybody.
cousin. Good night, beautiful. Y'all come through the Club 411 tomorrow. We just gonna get our toes wet. We gonna dip our toes just a little bit because we turning all the way up for the weekend. But I can't wait till the weekend to try out our new house. So we out. We pumping up the good seeing you girls together. Thank you, sister teacher. You are the best. Um, so yeah, we gonna see y'all. I'm gonna see y'all for sure tomorrow. Club 411, come through. We officially open for business. Also, see you next Tuesday for more Tiff and Tay, Tay and Tiff, Tay and Tiff, Tiff and Tay. Be there or be square. Also, bring any, if you got any funny questions or whatever scenarios you want to bring to the table, come through and let us check them out. We'll be happy to share them on the live and get the public's answers. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for being a friend. Shout out, y'all. Thank y'all for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. Y'all some pals and some confidants. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank y'all for being a friend. Shout out! I love y'all so, so much. Until we meet again. Y'all know what's up and it's stuck. Thank you for being a friend. Doom, 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 doom.